A final leg number 1 is going. Marcus Carup leads away from Mikael Olowski, Davide Ongaro, Elliot Boots, David Ronnefolk, Juan Carlos Canas is your top 6. Regulation order. Someone's got it wrong off the jump. Looked like one of the French drivers. Front 6 are the front 6. And it was one of the French guys, I think the 7 car of Clement Bode that got it wrong on the double triple. But meanwhile, out front, Marcus Carup, Mikael Olowski are checking out after half a lap. Doesn't mean much. We're half a lap into a 10-minute race. Should be 17 or 18 laps in total. So Carup going to come round and lead after one. Oh, Olowski's hooked up on the pipe. Going to drop, maybe 10 car lengths. That's going to give Marcus Carup a 1 second lead after one. Is that going to be enough for Carup to get his head down and pull away? Is it not? Can Mikael Olowski close back in? So we're going to follow Marcus Carup. Look at that for a drone shot. So Marcus Carup is going to be a leader. Ongaro's over. Can he get back round? Yes, he does. He's going to lose a couple of spots. So Boots up to the 3. Ronnefolk up to the 4. Kind of Boots is your top nitro guy now. So we've got Marcus Carup leading away from Mikael Olowski, and here comes Elliot Boots. So Marcus Carup going to come round onto the straight, giving a bit of space to the pipe, the same pipe that Olowski touched. There goes Boots. He's sliding it round onto the straight. Then there is an absolute freight train behind that involves Ronnefolk, Ongaro, Canas. Canas and Ronnefolk coming together. Oh no, Ongaro's got collected Canas. That is going to mean they fall way down. So now Daniel Kobovic up to the 5 spot. David Ronnefolk running in the 4. Boots in the 3. Olowski in the 2. And Marcus Carup is your leader. So Marcus Carup last time by 36.3 to Olowski's 37.0. So Marcus Carup is going to be leading this one. Can he pull out again on this time by to 36.9 for Carup? It's going to be a 36.9 for Olowski. Gap remains 1.7. Marcus Carup coming into the double triple. Nicely done through the sweeper. And then into the 180. Mikael Olowski looking slightly closer this time by. Olowski going nicely through the triple single. Carup just cased the landing slightly. Olowski did not. Olowski looking slightly closer. But the man of the moment is going to be Elliot Boots. This lap he looks like he's closed in on Olowski. Last time by the gap was 1.6. Let's see what it is as they cross the line to put 4 laps on the board. There goes Carup with a 37.4. Olowski goes through 36.9, 36.2. Elliot Boots, fastest man on track, is the all-red S-Works machine. So here comes Bootsy. We are 2.5 down, 7.5 to go. Carup's made an error. Gets it hooked up on the pipe, gets away with it, rail slides his way back onto the track. Then he's up on 2 wheels, and Olowski is closing. There is 7 minutes to go, and Olowski is now closing in onto the bumper of Carup. Can Carup hold the pressure? Can Olowski actually get past him? And it looks like Carup, nicely done, onto the straightaway. So that time by, gap out front reduces to 1 second. Olowski 1.4 in front of Boots, and David Ronnefolk 0.4 behind that. You have a 4-car race for the lead. Daniel Kobovic running in 5. Then we've got a recovering Clement Bode, and then Bruno Coelho 13 up to 7. So Marcus Carup looks like he stretched his legs on Olowski ever so slightly. Looks like it's going to have been a slight error from Olowski because Boots has closed in. Ronnefolk has dropped back from Boots. So Marcus Carup going to come over the corner tabletop, just rubbing the pipe into the double. Then he's got 2 180s to go. Down, crosses the line, 6 laps on the board, hooks the pipe, going to hold him up. Olowski rubs the pipe, jumping over to it, and now they are nose to tail. So this is going to get interesting, and Elliot Boots is less than a second behind. So Carup and Olowski into the quad, both go triple single. Boots follows them, as does Ronnefolk. It's a 4-car race out front. Less than 3 seconds separates the 4 of them. Carup's pulled away from Olowski ever so slightly. Carup's just got to keep it clean. Olowski's kind of got to turn up the wick a little bit, put the pressure on. And here comes Elliot Boots, the British-Italian driver, coming through the 180s down the straightaway. Oh, he just rubs a pipe, going to lose a couple of attempts for Boots. So Carup on Olowski. I'd say Carup's quicker through the first half of the lap. Then Olowski closes in through the second. Bootsy getting it wild over jumps, lands it nicely, using his 8th experience there. So Carup on Olowski through the quad for the 8th time of a predicted 17 laps. So they're about half race distance now. We've got 5:30 down, 4:30 to go. Scratch that, 4:30 down, 5:30 to go. And Orlowski is back on the gearbox of Marcus Carup. Elliot Boots not quite got to the back of Orlowski, but Ronnefalk's got to the back of Boots as they go down the straight. So the closest battle is Boots to Ronnefalk, but the battle we're watching is Carup and Orlowski. Can Orlowski close in that final 8, 9, 10 tenths of a second? He's certainly got close as Orlowski, but he's never looked like he's putting the pressure on. So is the pressure on Carup? Can Carup hold it? So Marcus dropping down through the corkscrew, coming into the step up, and he gets it a bit wary in the air, but gets it down nicely, and just pulls out ever so slightly on Orlowski, second half of the lap. Then through the 180s, this is where Orlowski looks quick as he rides a pipe down the straight. Gap between them last time by was 8 tenths of a second, then it's 1.8 back to Boots and 3 tenths back to David Ronnefalk. Boots and Ronnefalk come together and Ronnefalk's on his roof. So Boots going to drive away into a clear third place. Boots now just needs to get his head down if he wants to do anything about the leaders. 4 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go. So it is Marcus Carup, Mikael Orlowski. They're about a second between them, then it's going to be 3 or 4 seconds back to Elliot Boots. Elliot Boots needs to close up if he wants a chance at taking leg number 1. Orlowski needs to turn up the pressure if he's going to force a mistake from Marcus Carup. Marcus Carup needs to keep it clean. Down the straight they go, 9 tenths is the gap between them last time by in the favour of Marcus Carup. 10 laps on the board, 7 to go. And it is looking like a 2-horse race out front now. Elliot Boots drops 4 seconds off the lead. So Marcus Carup and Mikael Orlowski are more than used to racing each other, although not in this class and not for IFMAR World Championships. So the pressure on both of them. Going to savour both young racers. Mikael, arguably more experienced, got an IFMAR title to his name in 12th scale, I believe. And coming off the back of a European Championship win in touring car. Marcus Carup, however, is coming into the quad. He's leading as he gets through the quad one more time. That is the 12th time through the quad. He will have to do it 5 more times to take home this one mistake free as he just clips a pipe up on 2 wheels. Going to get away with it. Orlowski's over and he's in the dirt. That is going to allow Bootsy to close up on Orlowski. So we'll drop back and watch the Boots-Orlowski battle for second place. As Orlowski just clipping the pipe, pushing himself wide. What does that mean? That means Marcus Carup's lead is a huge 5.3 seconds. This is Marcus Carup's to lose now. David Ongaro rejoins the race from the pit lane, so he is between Orlowski and Carup on track in that 5-second gap. But the battle we're watching is going to be Orlowski and Boots, so they are battling out for second in the A main. It is Orlowski. Last time by he was 5 tenths of a second in front of Boots. Behind them you've got Ronnefalk running 4, Clement Boda 5, Bruno Coelho 6, Canas 7, Kobovic 8, Pecco Ivan and 9, Noah Ben Mohammed 10, Polito 11, Figueiredo 12 and David Ongaro 13 issues with his car. So the battle we're watching on track is Orlowski versus Boots. They come through the sweeper and going to drop down into the triple single. And it's going to be Boots throwing everything at it, just gets a bit sideways. That's going to drop him back another half second. Gap opens up to about a second. Last time by for Carup was a 35.9. Best lap of the race we've seen is a 35.7 from Marcus Carup. So he is the quickest man on track. Can he hold it clean? He's got to keep it rubber side down for the remaining 1 minute and 30. He's got this lap and 2 more. Elliot Boots has this lap and 2 more to catch and pass Mikael Orlowski if he can do it. Orlowski's going to want to hold on to the 2 spot. I don't think the win's in his grasp unless Marcus makes a few mistakes, because the gap has extended to 5.6 seconds, remain the same. Boots making a slight error off the triple. So that means it is now probably a 2-second gap between Orlowski and Boots. So we're going to follow Marcus Carup as he comes round. He's got a double and 2 180s. He'll cross the line, 15 laps on the board. This one and 1 more to go for the youngster from Denmark, driving the associated car. So Marcus Carup into the double triple here on the RC Racing TV stream, live from Barcelos Buggy Arena in Portugal, where we will be crowning our IFMAR champion later today. Thank you to our sponsors Hobbywing, Jade Concepts, Mybo Sport, XC, ESC, S-Works, Elseram, Euro RC and X-Ray for allowing us to bring you this stream. And we are watching Marcus Carup, 30 seconds on the master clock. He's going to close this lap out and he's got 1 more to go. Rubs a pipe, gets away with it. He's just got to keep it clean. Last time by, gap reduced, 4.9 seconds as he crosses the line, jumps the pipe into turn number 1. He's got 35 seconds of racing to go before he will bring this home. A-main, leg number 1. He's got to keep it rubber side down. He's looking a little bit tense, just touching pipes, gets through the triple single. Nicely done. It's on 4 wheels. He goes up the staircase, drops down into the back double. Lands it nicely. He's going to come past where Orlowski made his error, and he comes into the step up. Marcus Karup has all the pressure of the world on him, not in this leg, but he's a pole man, and he's looking to convert a final. Leg number 1, Marcus Karup crosses the line, your leg 1 winner. We'll watch a battle for second as it comes to the line. Mikael Orlowski, Elliot Boots. It's going to be Orlowski finishing in second, Boots third, Ronnefolk 4, then we've got Clement Boda, Bruno Coelho, Daniel Kobovic, Pekko Ivanen, Noah Ben Mohamed, Matty Polita, Yo Figueredo and Juan Carlos Canas rounds out your A final, leg number 1. Marcus Karup, leg number 1. How are you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling amazing. I mean, Mikael did well to keep under pressure, but you know, I hit my rhythm and I just, almost, I felt like I pulled a little bit away, but then he crashed and the pressure released and I could drive freely, so that was amazing.
It looks like one half of the track you're quicker, the other half he pulls back in. It's to-ing and fro-in. Yeah. What's going through your head when you see him cruise up to you?
You know, just keep it in the line, and you know, because on this track, if you keep it on the line, there's no really chance of, no possibility of overtaking. So that's what I'm doing.
Perfect. Well, congratulations on leg 1 win. Good luck for remaining 2 legs.
Thank you.
Well done. And away we go. Marcus Karup leading away from pole from Mikael Orlowski, Davide Ongaro in the all-white machine, Elliot Boots and David Ronnefolk, Juan Carlos Canas in the 6th, and we've got a pair of French drivers, Clement Boda and Noah Ben Mohamed. Daniel Kobovic in the all-yellow, then we've got Mattia in the all-white, Ivanen in his green colours, Figueredo and Bruno Coelho. And it looks like we've had an error from Orlowski, someone's over. That is that the Mikael Orlowski car? Oh, there's absolute carnage. So we've got Orlowski through, but he's dropped behind Canas. So absolute carnage has happened, and this is probably a dream for Marcus Karup as they all come streaming through. Elliot Boots is right down the order. So we've got Marcus Karup. He's got a 1.3 second lead over teammate Davide Ongaro, who's been chased down by Juan Carlos Canas. Then Orlowski runs in 4th. Clement Boda up to 5. Figueredo 12th up to 6th spot. So we're going to focus on Marcus Karup for now. He is our leader. It might feel comfortable having a lead, but he's got 9 minutes to hold it, and he's got a very, very fast Davide Ongaro behind him, but he does have a teammate behind him, which may be helpful. These two had a fantastic race in the practice A main. So it is Karup 1.2 in front of Davide, who's got 2.1 in front of Davide that time by, who's got a 1.4 from Juan Carlos Canas. So we've got, and then Orlowski not far behind Canas. So we'll drop back to the Canas-Orlowski battle if we can for 3rd position. We know Mikael Orlowski will be trying his absolute damnedest to get through, and someone's over in the middle. It looks like it might be the Figueredo car, so he's going to fall down the order. So we've got Canas, Orlowski and Boda battling it out for the 3 spot here in leg number 2. Meanwhile, Marcus Karup, Davide Ongaro are out front, couple of seconds separating them, and then 2 seconds back comes to this battle of Canas, Orlowski and Boda. So here we go, coming through the switchback section, and I've got to say Davide Ongaro looks a lot closer to this battle than he was. So Canas and Ongaro are going to be going at it once again, with Orlowski and Boda there to pick up the pieces. So Ongaro coming into the switchbacks, followed by Canas, Orlowski and Boda. Down the straightaway they go. 4 seconds is the lead for Marcus Karup. He is very comfortable position to secure his first ever IFMAR World Championship, but we're not going to focus on him. We're going to focus on the battle. That battle is Ongaro and Canas. So we want to focus on Ongaro and Canas battle. We know they are coming together in leg number 1. They both need a result here if they're going to want to fight for the podium. So coming down through the drop down, big hole appearing in the track there. So we've got Ongaro, we've got Canas, we've got Orlowski, we've got Boda all in shot together. Last time by, 1.5 seconds separating the 4 of them as they battle positions 2 through 5. Down the straightaway they go. And into the double triple they are. Marcus Carup still leads 4.4 out front. Last time by for Carup a 35.6. Hot lap of the race by quite a margin. So Marcus Carup not resting on his laurels. He is checking out front. Ongaro's pulled away slightly from Canas this time by. Orlowski and Boda look to be slightly held up by Canas, but Orlowski's just not close enough to really lay down the push and look for a pass. Boda, however, is pushing. Boda's sniffing left and right on Orlowski. Looks to be a 3-horse race for third place now as Ongaro just stretching his legs ever so slightly. Last time by 36.1 Carup, 36.1 Ongaro, 37.0 for Canas. It is definitely holding up Mikel Orlowski. Can Orlowski find a way through? There is still 6 minutes and 9 seconds left in this A final leg number 2. A lot can happen in the remaining 6 minutes. So we've got Canas, we've got Orlowski, we've got Boda coming down through the corkscrew. Meanwhile, Marcus Carup is just out front and cruising. Davide Ongaro also out in second, fairly comfortable. Last time by 36.1 Carup, 36.5 Ongaro, 36.4 for Canas, Orlowski and Boda. So these three is where the battle is for third position overall. Coming through the sweeper, switch back and into the quad jump. All of them going triple single. So Canas and Orlowski. Can Orlowski find a way through? He needs to. Oh, Canas is over. So Juan Carlos Canas making an error on the jump. That's going to release Mikel Orlowski. Can he do anything about it? He's got 6.4 seconds he needs to find on Marcus Carup in 5 minutes. That's going to be about half a second a lap if he wants to do anything about stopping Marcus Carup taking the win here at the Barcelos Buggy Arena in A main number 2. Meanwhile, David Ongaro 4.8 is the gap at the front now. 35.8 from Carup last time by. 35.9 from Ongaro. Let's see what Orlowski can do in clear air as he sets about chasing down the all-white machine of Davide Ongaro. So coming down the corkscrew section, this is Mikel Orlowski on camera, up and down the step up. He's going to go over a double, drive away from the rostrum, into the corner tabletop, drops down, double 1, double 2. He's got switchback 1, switchback 2. It was a 35.9 from Marcus Carup. It was a 36.1 from Orlowski and a 35.5 from Davide Ongaro. Gap is down to under 4.5 seconds. So we'll move forward one car and follow Davide Ongaro in the all-white machine. As Ongaro comes into the staircase, drops down, he now has to pick up the mantle of catching and passing Marcus Carup if you want to take this to a final leg number 3. If Ongaro wants a chance at that World Championship, he needs to pass teammate Carup as they come through the switchbacks down the straight. That time by, it was a 37.0 from Marcus Carup. It's a 36.3 from Davide Ongaro. Gap is under 4 seconds for the first time. Ongaro throwing everything at it, just getting away without landing on 2 wheels. Tucks in tight, into the quad he goes, triple single, nicely done. And he's through into the staircase now, and he is looking fast, he is looking racy. Ongaro's machine is just coming to him now. You can see he feels comfortable with it. He's throwing it at the track. He's pulling away from Mikel Orlowski and he's closing in on Marcus Carup. Over a double jump through the switchbacks. Here comes Ongaro. Last time by, it's a 36.0 for Carup. It's a 36.1 for Ongaro. Carup responds and keeps it at 3.8 for the gap. So Marcus Carup is leading Davide Ongaro with 3 minutes to go. So we're going to move forward and follow Marcus Carup, your leader. So the blue car, number 1, coming down the corkscrew now. There he is on camera, Marcus Carup. He's led from the beginning. This leg slightly easier than the first leg, but I'm sure he won't be feeling it. The pressure of a world championship sitting on his shoulders. He's got it keep it clean for another 5 laps around this difficult Barcelos track. As he comes in, does a double. Ryan Mayfield watches on from the marshal position. Carup last time by 35.5, hot lap of the race. Look at that face of concentration, absolutely calm as anything for Marcus Carup. As we watch him come into the back double, he sweeps round down the corkscrew, nicely done, extends the gap back to above 4 seconds. And Marcus Carup, look at that hole just appearing. He turns tight down the inside of it. He's going to go double 1, switch back and down the straightaway. This time by, it's going to be a 35.6 for Marcus Carup. Hits the hole at the end of the straight, unsettling the car ever so slightly, but gets away with it as he comes out the double triple. Around the sweeper he goes, and coming into the quad, Marcus Carup, he's got 1 minute and 58 seconds on the master clock. Can he hold it till the end? Gap extends, David Ongaro 4.8 behind. Then you've got Orlowski, Clement Boda, Juan Carlos Canas, Danny Kobovic, Bruno Coelho 13 up to 7. Matu Polito runs in 8, Pecco Ivan in 9, Noah Ben Mohammed in 10. Elliot Boots in 11, Joe Figueredo in 12, and David Ronnefolk not having a good time down in 5th position. So Marcus Carup, he's got this lap and 2 more to be crowned IFMAR World Champion. Just having a second bite at the cherry as he comes in at the end of the sweeper. Goes triple single, nicely done. Up and down the staircase, 4.6 is his lead over Davide Ongaro. Don't know what happened on the first lap. There was carnage behind Carup. He didn't look back, he looked forward and has extended his lead ever since as he comes through double 1, double 2. He's going to 180 and 180 again. Down the straightaway, jumping onto the straight. 35.9 last time by. Not taking it easy. So coming in, double, triple. This is his penultimate lap. He's got a lap and a half to go of this Barcelos track to keep it clean. So, he's made a mistake on the triple. That's going to cost him a second or so. Comes up and down the corner tabletop. He's into the double. Comes down through the corkscrew. Gap is going to be under 4 seconds. Marcus Carup, lap and a quarter to go. Comes into the corner tabletop. He's going to double 1, double 2. 30 seconds of the master clock remaining. Marcus Carup crosses the line. He's starting his final lap now. Can he keep it rubber side down for the rest of this lap to become IFMAR World Champion? Double, triple, nicely done. Going to round through the sweeper, and this is going to be the tricky section. He goes, hits for triple, nicely done. Oh, beautiful landing. Gap 4.3 seconds to Davide Ongaro, his teammate. Marcus Carup coming down through the corkscrew into the step up. He's going to now come over a double. Master clock has hit 0. He is finishing as he crossed the line. Marcus Carup, 2 corners to go. 1, 2, your champion of the world. IFMAR World Champion, Marcus Carup. Absolutely fantastic performance from the young Dane. Drivers over to celebrate him, and I'm going to run out and try and grab a word with him as quickly as possible. Marcus Carup,
Yeah.
IFMAR World Champion.
Ja, I don't know what to say. Tak fordi I ser med, far. Tillykke derhjemme i stuerne. Pelle og Peter alle sammen. Ja, det er velfortjent. Det er det velfortjent. Sorry.
I'd love to know what you're saying, buddy. Congratulations, brilliant drive. How were you feeling? Lap 1, you got a gap, and then just, how was it?
I was like, now I just gotta focus on my lines, and I did. And I managed to pull away, and then I saw Davide was catching up, and then I pulled the gap again, and it was amazing.
Perfect. Well, congratulations, Marcus.
Thank you.
We'll let you go and celebrate.
Thank you.
Okay, back to the studio. And off we go. So Orlowski leads away from Ongaro, Boots, Ronnefolk, Canas, Boda, and Noah Ben Mohammed. Oh, Boots looking at the inside of Ongaro, not going to make it stick. So it is going to be regulation order, certainly down to Boda that I can see. And those 3 of 6 just starting to pull away ever so slightly from Noah Ben Mohammed. We are only half a lap in though. So let's see, Orlowski and Ongaro both have a 2. So if one of those 2 win the leg, they will take second overall. And there's carnage behind. That looked like not Boots get involved, maybe Ronnefolk and Canas. So what have we got down the straight? It is Orlowski riding the pipe from Ongaro from Boots. So they've got a 2, a 2 and a 3 between them. And whoever wins out of those is going to take the win, or is going to take second overall. So this is your 3-horse race for this leg, but only 2 of them can make the podium. Which 2 is it going to be? You've got Orlowski, you've got Ongaro, and you've got Orlowski, Ongaro, and you've got Elliot Boots as they come down the corner tabletop. It looks like Boots is pushing Ongaro at the minute. Orlowski's kind of, he rides the pipe there. That's going to be another couple of attempts. So it is Boots, Orlowski, Ongaro and Boots is your 1, 2, 3 here in leg number 3. Behind Matt, Canas runs 4th, Noah Ben Mohammed in 5. Ronnefolk's down to the 7th spot. Ronnefolk has not had a good set of finals. So Boots just drops off Ongaro a little bit. I say that, it looks like Ongaro's pulled up to Orlowski if I'm honest. So here comes Ongaro. He is going to motor on and try and push up to the back of Mikael Orlowski. And Elliot Boots will be there as well. And Juan Carlos Canas is not far away either. So Juan Carlos Canas not far away from them. So we have for 4-car breakaway now. So Orlowski is your leader, and we'll concentrate on the battle for the lead between Orlowski and Ongaro as they come round into the quad. And then we are coming into the back double. Orlowski's just looking comfortable out front. Ongaro's not quite got it, got enough pace to push to him. He seems to ebb and flow, closing up on the gearbox, and then just falls back ever so slightly. So it is Orlowski from Ongaro, Boots and Canas down the straight they all go. Probably a half straight length for Mikael Orlowski. The gap is 1 second on the computer, so fairly big gap, but it can ebb and flow to reduce as it does through the lap. So we've got Orlowski and Ongaro left hand side of the track going up and down the step up, and then they come into the corner tabletop and over. Mikael Orlowski looks like he's extended his lead this time by. That time by for Orlowski, it was a 35.9, it was a 36.5 for Ongaro. The gap is 1.6 seconds. So it is Mikael Orlowski checking out. He's extending his lead ever so slightly, and Boots is now behind Canas. So Canas found his way past Elliot Boots. Elliot Boots has a 3 counting and a non-top 6, same as Canas. No, Canas has a 4 and a non-top 6. So this is going to be a tight battle between Canas and Boots, but the podium battle is going to be Mikael Orlowski and Davide Ongaro as it stands. It's going to be Orlowski second overall and Davide third. Associated 1 and 3 finishing in qualifying order. But can Davide do anything about Orlowski out front? Can Orlowski keep out front and keep it clean? 1.7 seconds is the lead with 6 minutes and 13 on the master clock. We go through the triple single one more time. That is run number 7 through there. As we'll move forward with the camera onto Orlowski, so we'll follow Mikael for a little bit as he looks to extend his lead. He comes into the left-hand tabletop. He goes double-double. And just really nice there, not rubbing the pipe, but as close as you can get to it. So he comes into turn 1, just running inside of that hole that you see developing at the end of the straight. He comes through the double triple, perfectly landed on the triple, through the sweeper, and just pushes slightly wide there, and comes into the quad. He goes triple single, rolls it nicely, drops down, and into the staircase, over the back double jump, and now he drives down the corkscrew into the step up jump. And over the step up he goes, going to go double and then up into the corner tabletop. 1.7 was the gap last time by, and with 5 minutes and 15 seconds on the master clock, Ongaro's going to have to turn on the afterburners if he wants to do anything about it, as Mikael Orlowski extends the gap to 2.3 seconds. So Mikael Orlowski is the one with the pace in the car as it stands. Oh, he just runs wide on that corner once again. Not wide enough to make a big difference, but it's somewhere where he's just not quite comfortable. But it doesn't matter because Ongaro is not close enough to make amends. So Orlowski just rubbing the pipe up onto 2 wheels, has a little bit of a sketchy landing, but he's just going to settle back down, get back into his rhythm. He's got a double, he's got 2 180s, comes across the line, 9 laps on the board, and that time by was a 36.3 to Davide Ongaro's 37. So 3.2 is the gap now. We're going to drop back to Ongaro, Canas and Boots battle on track. There they go. So you've got Ongaro, 1.2 ahead of Canas. Then you've got Elliot Boots. So they are rocking and rolling in 3rd and 4th as it stands. And meanwhile, Mikael Orlowski out front is, well, he's not disappearing, but he's certainly not getting any closer. So Orlowski going to come over double, and then through the switchbacks, just rolling one wheel on the pipe to get as close as he can. And that time by gap reduces by a fairly significant margin. It is a 37.0 from Orlowski, a 35.9. So the gap is now just 2 seconds in Orlowski's favour. Can Orlowski respond with a better lap as we see the 4 leaders all together in the same shot, fairly spread out? And we will focus on Mikael Orlowski now as we pick up Mikael Orlowski, and he is our race leader with 3 minutes and 30 to go. Let's see how he comes through this time. It's nice and neat through the double switchback section. Mikael Orlowski goes through with a 36.3. It's a 36.1 for Ongaro. So the gap is down to exactly 2 seconds. Canas 1.1 behind Ongaro, and Boots 0.7 behind Matt. So it's all quite spread out, but it seems to be concertinaing as we come into the final 3 minutes. Is Orlowski losing his car a little bit? Is he just tensing up? Is Ongaro throwing everything at it? He looks visibly closer on track this time by. Can he get the gap under 2 seconds? Can he keep closing it? So coming into the double 90 left double section through the 180s, Orlowski crosses the line. It's a 36.4 for Orlowski. It's a 35.8 for Davide Ongaro. The gap 1.4 seconds. Here comes Davide, your 3-time Nitro Buggy World Champion, tracing down Mikael Orlowski in the battle for second overall here at the IFMAR e-Buggy World Championships. So they go through the corner tabletop, and Canas is going with them. Canas and Ongaro having that beef after the first leg. Which one of those two will finish on the podium? Maybe Canas can catch and pass Ongaro. Maybe Orlowski's out of touch, so we'll focus on the Ongaro-Canas battle as they come across the line. This time by, it's going to be a 35.6 for Orlowski, a 36.2 for Ongaro, 36.6 for Canas. So gap out front extends back to 2 seconds. It's all just spread out ever so slightly. 2 minutes and 1 second on the master clock. So we've got this lap and 3 more. This lap and 3 more for your leaders. As we focus on Juan Carlos Canas now, it looks like Boots is getting closer again. So the ebb and flow of the race. Sometimes the gap grows, sometimes it decreases. As we see Mikael Orlowski coming across the line, and there he goes, followed by Davide Ongaro, then Canas and Boots very close together. That time by 36.0 Orlowski, 35.9 Ongaro, 36.1 Canas, 35.8 Elliot Boots, quickest one that time by, and he's got past Canas. So Canas having a small error. Elliot Boots goes up to a 3 spot. That's going to give Bootsy a 3 and a 3, 6 points in total, and Orlowski's had an error. So Ongaro goes to the front. That's going to put Ongaro second overall, Orlowski third overall. So this is your battle for leg 3 win and second and third on the podium. Let's keep it to the end. So Ongaro and Orlowski. Can Orlowski find a way past? Can Ongaro hold on? That time by, it was a 36.4 for Ongaro. And so Orlowski now needs to find a way to get back past that all-wide associated car. 48 seconds on the master clock. You've got this lap and 1 more. You're going to go this lap and 1 more for our leaders. If they come together, Elliot Boots will happily pick up the pieces and a podium with it. So here comes Ongaro. Here comes Mikael Orlowski. Down through the corkscrew into the step up. Ongaro's pulled away slightly on this lap. Last time by, the gap was 3/10 of a second. This time by, it looks loads bigger. But anything can happen in a lap. There goes Ongaro. There goes Orlowski. It was a 35.7 for Ongaro. The gap is 1.2. This is the final lap of your IFMAR World Championships for e-Buggy, the inaugural IFMAR World Championship. Oh, Ongaro's over. He's going to land on his wheels. He goes quad. Is he going to make it? Oh, he's out in the dust. Bounced off a pipe. He's got half a lap to bring it back. Who's it going to be? Orlowski or Ongaro? This is a race to the line for second and third in the IFMAR World Championships. Ongaro's got to find a way past if he wants second. Orlowski's got to hold on to it. 2 doubles to go and 2 180s. Oh, Ongaro goes big. He's going to get caught up in the dust, but it's going to be Mikael Orlowski finishing second, Davide Ongaro going to finish in third overall, and Elliot Boots going to finish third in the leg.